Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
It is with pleasure that we come into your midst to leave with you one or two thoughts that might be of help to you in your journey through life. You have come into a spiritualist church, seeking to link up with Spirit, seeking to learn a little more about what is going on in your world and in the next. But have you ever stopped to think of exactly what does happen at the time when you leave your body behind and go on into the next life? Perhaps the most important thing for you to realize is that you are not going to go before a judge and a jury. You are not going to see your good deeds and your bad deeds weighed side by side to see whether you have to be condemned to eternal torment or whether you are going on into a heaven. You will not find that you suddenly have white robes and wings and sit playing harps. Those are the ideas that you left behind when you came into spiritualism and realized, perhaps for the first time, that life was continuous. You are a spirit here and now. You were spirit before you came to the earth plane. And when you came, you took upon yourself a body of earth, a body of matter, a body consisting of various chemicals, of cells that divided and grew. And with your body, so you took upon yourself some genetic inheritance. And while you are in this particular body, while you are functioning upon the earth plane, you have to do the things that pertain to the earth. You have to have the experiences. Although you know that you are immortal, although you know that you are spirit, at the same time, because you are in a body of matter, so you are limited by the things of matter, the things of earth. You know that when you leave this earth plane, you will be going on into another stage of existence. And as we were saying at the beginning, there is no judgment seat. The only judgment that will be made will be by yourselves. One of the first things that will happen when you get to the other side of life is that you will be able to see the whole of your earth life. You will be able to see where you strayed from the pathway. But you will also be able to see the number of people whom you have helped. There is no judgment as such, apart from what you decide for yourselves. Perhaps you have had failures in your life. It would be very strange if you didn't. Because while you are limited by your physical body, so you are constrained by it. So you are subject to human frailties. And it will not matter how much you have sinned in the past. It will not matter how many good deeds you have done, provided that you yourself realize what you have done, where you have gone astray, where you have kept to the path, and you will be given the opportunity to set things aright. While you are here on the earth plane, You will find that you do have failures. You will find you do slip from what you know to be right. That you do and say things which, when you come to think of it, were not exactly right. But if you cannot put things right while you are here, you will be given an opportunity when you get to our side of life. It is always possible for you to do good deeds. It is always possible for you to give words of comfort where there is sorrow and despair. It is always possible for you to be a listening ear to other people. All these things are attributes of your earth body which you can use to work for spirit. It would not be wise for you to always be thinking about the spirit world. It would not be wise for you to spend your days in meditation, to sit in circles day after day. You have got to face the things of earth and realize that by facing them, by experiencing what life has to offer upon the earth plane, so you are developing your soul, so you are building your character, and that is the most important thing for which you come to earth. We want you to realize that you are spirit. We want you to have your links with spirit, to set aside a small portion of each day when you join up with your spirit guides and helpers, when you think of those you have loved who have passed beyond, when you send out healing thoughts for those both on your earth plane and on the other side of life who need healing. But the most important part while you are here is to experience the things of earth. You have got to take your part in the running of your world. You have got to realize that it is up to each one of you to record your vote, to attend your council meetings from time to time, to take an interest in your local government affairs, to join with other people in secular activities. All the time remembering that because you are a spiritualist, because you have this knowledge of the spirit within, you can play a bigger, a more important part than those who have no knowledge whatsoever. We come to earth from time to time, speaking to you through mediums, trying to give you a few words that will help, but we have the feeling always that we are speaking to the converted. We cannot go and stand in the marketplace and give our gospel to the crowds. We have to rely upon vessels of the earth to do that for us. So we want to ask each one of you to not to be afraid of speaking about your religion, not to be self-conscious over admitting that you come to a spiritualist church, and showing by your lives what being a spiritualist means. We often think that it is important for you to be as normal a human being as is possible, taking part in the joys of earth, taking part in its responsibilities, doing all that lies in your power to bring about material improvement, not only in your country, but throughout your world. There are many difficulties facing it at the present time, and on every side you are assailed by reports of warfare and massacres, by starvation, by disease, by all the terrible things that have been happening over the last few years. But it is a phase that your earth has got to go through. And in going through, it brings out so much in each and every human being of love, of compassion, of sympathy, of understanding. You have had an example of it over the last few years, when you became aware of the famine in Africa, and over the whole of your country, and in fact over the whole of your Western world, men, women and children were touched by the plight of those people and gave what they could. Even today you have your men and women who are going out to those places, giving service where they can. Always remember that within you there is a spirit, and that spirit is a part of God. That spirit is everlasting, is eternal. It has always been, and it will always be. Not in a body of matter, of course, but going on into another stage of existence. Don't keep your religion for Sundays and for circles. Don't keep your talk about spiritualism to those people who come with you to church. Speak about it. Spread it. Show that because you are a spiritualist, so you are a better man or woman or child, so you can give your love more freely, so you can give more help to those who need it. There is such a power from spirit that comes into your world, a power that is there to help you as you help others. It doesn't matter what sort of work you do. If you are doing it with a good grace, if you are giving your best, if you are giving out your thoughts of love, then you are achieving what you came from spirit to earth to do. And when the time comes, when you leave the earth behind, you will take with you a character, a spirit that has grown in both wisdom and understanding. We ask for a blessing upon each one of you, upon your homes and those whom you love, and a blessing upon your world, that it may move forward into peace and light. Good night, and God bless you all.